Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with my makeup primer. I really enjoy this primer because you don't have to wait for it to sit. You can just apply your foundation right away. It dries really fast. And to apply my foundation today, I'm using the Wet n Wild sponge. I really enjoyed this sponge. I love the angles that it has. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Vika foundation. I like this foundation because it's pump and it's easy to apply. I'm just going to be pumping it to the sponge and blending it throughout my face. I really hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. I can't believe this year flew by, but it's so exciting for what's coming to our lives. Moving on, I'm gonna start with the concealer. This is the concealer by NYX, the I Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I really like it. It doesn't crease at all, and you can use it every single day. And I'm just applying it on the bridge of my nose and taking the same sponge. I'm gonna be blending everything. I love how this sponge was designed. It fits everywhere, especially on the small areas of your face. Once that is so nice and blended, it's time to contour a little bit, and I'm taking my Wet n Wild stick contour stick, and I'm just going to be applying it underneath my cheeks or my cheekbones, underneath the lips to make them look fuller and bigger, and of course on my nose to contour a little bit. Now taking my liquid blush, this is by the Shein Glam brand. I really like this blush. I'm just gonna be applying it a little bit on my nose as well my cheeks, and now taking the same sponge, I'm just gonna be blending everything throughout my face, being really careful without moving the foundation around. Once everything is nice and blended, I'm taking a little bit more concealer to clean the bridge of my nose a little bit, and then I'm going to be taking the same sponge and blending it. And I had already done my eyebrows off camera, but I used the Anastasia deep brown pomade in the shade Ebony, and to apply it I used the eyebrow brush by Benefit. And now it's time to set all the products together, and I'm using the Airspun translucent powder, and I'm just going to be pouring it to the lid, and I'm going to be applying it with this fluffy brush. This brush is from Shein Glam. If you don't know where the brand is, it's basically products from Shein. They have their own brand for brushes and for makeup, and I really recommend their brushes. They're great quality and super affordable. They're gonna last a very long time, and they're stunning. Once all the small areas of my face are nice and set with the translucent powder, now it's time to take a bigger brush, and it's from the same brush kit. It's just a little bigger, and I'm going to be setting the rest of my face with this brush. And then moving on, I'm taking a smaller brush, and I'm going to be using this fluffy brush to set underneath my eyebrows since I did clean them with concealer. Once it's nice and set, I'm taking the same brush that I was setting my face with, since it's an angle brush. And I'm taking the e.l.f. pressed powder. This is a pressed powder, but I like to use it as a bronzer, and this is in the shade medium dark. I did find this powder at Dollar Tree, and I'm just being obsessed with it to bronze my skin. It's a perfect shade for me. Okay, once I'm done applying bronzer to my skin, it's time for a blush. I'm using this brush from Dollar Tree, and this little palette, I got it at Ross, and I'm just gonna be taking this color and applying it on my cheekbones as well on my chin and a little bit on my nose. After I'm done applying blush all over my face, basically, I'm going to be taking the same powder brush, and I'm taking the LA Color pressed powder in the shade beige to clean my bronzer and my blush, just making sure I get those harsh lines of my cheeks. I just want them to be more seamless. After I'm done blending, it's time to apply setting spray. This is by Morphe, and I'm going to be applying it all through my face and drying it with my Dollar Tree fan. and some extra. I'm also gonna be adding more setting spray, of course, by Morphe. And I'm kind of looking upward because I don't want it to fall on my lashes. I heard your lashes fall faster if you put setting spray on them. I'm just taking my beauty blender and blending all the setting spray to my face to make it last longer. Now it's time for lips, and I'm using this lip liner by Wet n Wild. I'm going to start by underlining the bottom lip and working my way to the cupid's bow to make them a little bit bigger and fuller. For lipstick, I'm using these two lipsticks, and they're by the brand Beauty Concepts. And I'm taking the darker color first, and then I'm gonna add in the lighter color on the center of the lips only. To blend it, I only use the worm on my finger. Now you can leave your lips like this, or you can add gloss. I decided to add gloss. I wasn't feeling the matte lips today, but let me know which one looked better to you guys. And then now it's time to add a little bit of eyeshadow, nothing too crazy. And I'm taking the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette, and I'm gonna start by applying a dark color. I'm taking a Wet n Wild brush. I got this at Dollar Tree, by the way, and I'm taking this dark brown color, and I'm gonna be adding it throughout my crease. Once the dark color is nice and blended, I'm taking a clean angle brush just to clean and blend the eyeshadow a little bit more. Once it's nice and blended, I'm taking a clean flat brush, this one right here, and I'm gonna be adding this beautiful shade right here to my entire lid. I really like how this came out. You can leave it like this if you don't want nothing too extra, or you can use the worm of your finger to add more glitter. It's gonna make the eyeshadow pop a little more. Now taking the same clean brush, I'm just gonna make sure everything is nice and blended with the glitter and the crease, and then taking this shade right here, I'm gonna be adding it on the tear dot. Once I'm done with that, I'm going back with the Wet n Wild brush, and whatever was left on the brush, I'm gonna add it on the bottom lash line. Here, my love, I'm just taking my powder brush to make sure I don't have any glitter or anything like that on my face. Now the last step for me is to brush my lashes with this spoolie, but if you don't have eyelash extensions, you can just apply your falsies, but I recommend the eyelash extensions. They have changed my life. Now my love, I'll be right back. This is the completed look. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's, and share with me down below in the comment sections what are your New Year's resolutions. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.